I say howdy.
I say, yo,
Welcome to the Big Book Bros. Oh my goodness, we are on episode 20. Episode 20, y'all. So I just want to give a big shout out to all the people here. I am going to apologize. I'm going to try something new and different. So for this live stream, I'm going to try it on my phone. So I'm trying to get the little angle because I don't ever come prepared. We always got to do stuff. We don't be doing all them scripts and stuff. But anyways, this is episode 20 of the Big Book Bros. I just want to give shout outs to all the people, my friends, family, everybody that's supporting us. I know it's crazy, time of need. Hopefully, businesses is opening back up for a lot of y'all because I know, especially for my end, it's a little bit crazy, but I am happy. And I'll tell you a little bit about it when we get this started. So I'm just gonna drop in. So whenever you want to chime in, just let me know. Country Rican, I'll probably start it off first. Um, I had three books I was reading, technically four, but three books I have been reading was the issues one and two of the Transformers Terminator kind of crossover series by IDW. I love IDW and all that they're doing. My bad. Kind of hard to grab with one hand. Uh, issues one and two from IDW. They do Transformers pretty good.
hey,
And
let me
then
go to your room now.
from Boom Comics. I know Boom Comics. I talk about them because they've done the Power Rangers series. But Boom Comics came out with this a while back called the Seven Psychopaths. So those are my three books that I'm going to cover. I have a fourth one, just because I haven't read all of it, and I know something kind of interesting. I'm starting to get into the Warhammer series, the Warhammer 40,000. So the Warhammer 40K. So. Um, Boss man, he gave me man, he contacted me about last week. Pretty much after we did a stream of this kind of the stuff we do, because a lot of people they know I have like figurines and I like collecting stuff, my comics, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all the stuff. So he was like, man, you need to get into the series. Just whenever I just come back to visit y'all, or when I just go out and about when stuff starts opening up. So he what he recommended was this book. Oh, I got that glare of the Warhammer series, and it's a codex. And really, to make it quick, a codex is just really your basic go-to know-how of your characters and your species. So the Warhammer series. I mean, there's over like 20 something classes of characters, aliens, humans, and this nastiness. So the codex book I got is called the Tau, and that's something that really got me interested. So the towels are like your mechs, your alien warriors. There's stuff that goes crazy. So I've just kind of been doing a little bit of reading, if I can find it, of what they got. And I do apologize for that glare. Let me focus in. There we go. All their stuff they got. So I ordered some figures, and I'm gonna post some the figures later on tonight and tomorrow on the Instagram and Twitter, let you know what I got. Cause he Country Rica, he really wants to know what I get.
Yeah, I
I,
want to know.
because I figured I'm trying to remember. I'll remember. So the basic thing I definitely want to recommend for all people who love chess and that's why for good stories and lore. Oh yeah, the Warhammer series it grabbed my attention because I heard about it. Almost everybody. I probably say like 70% of people who had like technology or know about sci-fi should know or have heard of it. But it's kind of hard to get in. Just because they don't know where to start. But I mean, really, just listening with this age of internet and YouTube, just watching videos, and then everything is really relying on you. That's what's kind of interesting. It relies on you and what you can set up. Not everybody's gonna have like the same all them figurines, those units, or how you set up your gameplay. And it was interesting. So I know I've been wanting to get back into my drawings and painting. So I get to paint over the figurines, kind of do your own style, and just keep it going. But anyway, enough of that. That's a little what I've been going on, of what I have been up to. Oh shoot, I'm trying to fix this, but I'm gonna start off with the Transformers Terminator. I'll probably get to the Seven Psychopaths. If I don't do it on this episode, I will get on a later episode, just because my mind's kind of been boggled of what was all going on. Because I kid y'all not, this past whole week, I probably put about last week's episode, I forgot all about we was having a live stream, and I was crunching down on this stuff, and we just talking hobbies. Once Country Rican told me about his hobby with the Warhammer, that next day on Sunday, I was like, I'm pouring all my time and researching into Warhammer, and then I was like, I gotta read something. So the comic book stores opened up. Hopefully y'all, everybody, their stores are open now. Hope everything's good. But yeah, so I got my two issues of the Transformers Terminators. So they just came out literally this year. Originally, I think they were planning to come out in April, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was supposed to be April or May 2020, but with the whole lockdown, they just came out. The first two issues, issue one and issue two, both of them were written by David Marionette and John Barber. I know John Barber did a couple of GI Joes, the IDW GI Joes, and Transformers. I can't remember specific ones, but the art was done by Alex Maline. So I don't really know much about the work, but for this series, it's gonna be pretty quick just because I kind of see how they're gonna go with it, and it's probably gonna be 12 issues because I got the singles. This isn't a paperback. This is literally just a single. So hopefully, when I get once everything starts going and flowing, I'll come back and I'll be like, I'm gonna review the next issues because I want to run through all of them, and then I might get a paperback. This is depending on how they do, but what really kind of got me interested with this one, obviously, it's a big crossover. Transformers or Terminators, some of the best 80s classics, especially with robots. So, and I definitely wanted to see how they would put their spin on it. Because usually, the Terminators, especially with the movies, the books, everything from the media, they're always evil. The Skynet, um, corporations, that make the T100 series, the Terminators, the T1 800. That's the most famous. That's the time travel one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's always time travel to stop the rebellion, the rise of the humans. They're fighting back. They're always going to try to get John Connor or Sarah Connor. Those are your basic plots of how they do it. So the twist that actually had gotten me was when they started the series. It was in the future of I believe 2029, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can get a good picture and then I'll show it on y'all. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So the series, and I'm trying to see if I can do this right. I don't want. If I mess up, I mess up. This is my first time doing it on mobile. So the series starts off with the T1 800, and he's looking at another T1 series, and what it kind of shows it off is Washington D.C. is destroyed, and it's the year 2029. So DC is destroyed, half America, they're enslaving the humans, stuff is going AWOL, but it kind of shows that something is wrong with the Terminators. They're starting to help out some humans. So I'm like, well, where's this going? So I was figuring it was going to be, the Autobots versus Terminator. The first 2-3 chapters, they straight up show the Decepticons. They're the enemies to the humans and to Skynet, the Terminators. So I was like, that's going to be a good twist. That's something I already started off because, most people are going to think Terminator's evil, Autobots is going to, destroy them, and I was thinking that the Decepticons and Terminators were going to team up and do something crazy, but they cut it off. So I like that little twist in the beginning. The Decepticons, they're the evil ones, and they're the ones that are destroying the Terminators, killing humans, the basic Decepticon stuff. So let me see if I can pull this up right. So they already got a deep star screen.
Yo, Mike, I had
Yo.
a question. Is there like killing and stuff like that in here, or is there?
Yeah. So automatically, for the art, and I do apologize for the glare, the artwork is automatically an 8, in my opinion, just because it does show good details, and especially for the background, because I like the background details. But it does show blood, not too much. It doesn't show any gore just yet, but it does show blood and
systemic. My bad.
Yeah, you good. And the mild language, they're gonna be cursing, but not too much. They probably have like 2 curse words in there, and you don't even really read them unless you just go through it. But yeah, there's definitely blood in it. And then obviously it's gonna be human and the Terminator. I'm just gonna keep saying the Terminator. 'Cause I can't remember the series. The one that dresses up and had like the human like skin. So he was bleeding. He's gonna show it. So they like I said, I really did like the artwork of the details what they did. I kind of like this version how they did Starscream. Hold up, let me see if I can pull it right.
Yeah, the art does look good.
Yeah, so I like it. He got that. He's obviously they are futuristic, but he still got some nice look. He's sharp. Usually Starscream's kind of the bulky jet look, but he got a lot of sharp stuff. So I like that. And then they really started off with the basic time travel shenanigans. So it shows, when in the movies, the first two Terminators, it was like they go back in time and they got to protect, well, the first one, they got to protect Sarah Connor. She's going to be giving birth to John Connor, the leader of the resistance, in the future. And that's how they do it. So this one, the Terminators, they weren't really looking for Sarah Connor. They was looking for the spaceship that the Autobots had landed back on Earth back in the 1980s. So that was something kind of different. So instead of looking to protect the savior or kill the savior, they were like, okay, we're looking to kill the alien threat. So I was like, okay, I can see how that can work. Just cause. So they got the classic. Yeah, I like the classic. He did the time jump and the time machine. Hold up. He's in Oregon, 1984. He's right there. He's sitting there naked. He's out in Los Angeles, 1984. Um, they show Sarah Connor. She's supposed to be the waitress. So if anybody's seen the movie, they kind of know how the plot goes. But like I say, they switch it up where the Terminator, he wasn't looking for her just yet. That wasn't his objective. He just wanted to find the base where the Autobots and Decepticons landed, and then he was going to kill them. So I was like, okay, I can see how that can work in. So this definitely for nostalgia, for big people from the 80s who love anything with the robots, it was hitting references like a mug. So one thing I liked, here we go. That was funny was where's the one? Here we go. They're out driving to this volcano. So a lot of people are like, a lot of people, and especially I was like, what's so specific with this volcano? In the old Transformer series back in the 80s, this was the volcano that they crashed into the Autobots Ark. That's the ship that they kind of hide. It's underneath the volcano, and then you see him talking to Sarah Connor like, "What you trying to do? What's wrong?" He starts to smile, which was kind of funny because that's another kind of little movie reference. He's trying to show emotions. He's trying to figure out how she responds to stuff. So I like that really good. But all in all, the first this is the first issue. They just kind of show Terminator infiltrating the Autobots base, and then he's looking for Decepticons. He wants to kill the Decepticons because they're the one that's taking over Skynet in the world. But obviously, since he just sees Transformers, he wants to kill all of them. So he's just kind of looking at it, and they give you that big cliffhanger of he pulls up, he sees shoot, I messed that up. He sees Megatron, he sees the Decepticons, they right there, they got the gun down Optimus, and everything's crazy. And literally he's like, I'll see y'all in hell. So I was like, that's a good way how you can end it off. So issue 2 picks it back up. I do apologize, y'all. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Yep, y'all gonna see that nice finger. So issue 2, they straight up just pick it right back up of he's about to fight the Decepticons. Like I said, artwork definitely a 8 of how they kind of got some good details of what he was doing. They kind of show his mode. They did a reference to another one of the movies, and I do my fingers covering it. He shot Megatron's eye, so that's one of the continuities some of the Transformer comics. Usually Megatron has like a jacked up scar, or he has a missing eye for some of the series, and they was like, how does he get it? But all in all, like I said, I can't tell you the full. That's really pretty much, I want to say, the full story, just because I'm 2 issues in. But it's something. It grabbed my attention, and I definitely for any people trying to get some new series or something to really get start with, I definitely say look into the Transformers Terminators, and this is pretty much it. The first one kind of shows the plot of, like I said, the whole 80s movies. The first movies of Transformers, they're going back in time, but they switch it. Instead of looking for objective, the Sarah Connor or John Carter or somebody, they're like, we're looking for the Transformers base and kill the Transformers, because the Transformers, well, really the Decepticons, they take over in the future, and they want to stop that. So I was like, okay. I like, that's good. But like I said, for overall, for people, like I said, if you love it, language is nothing too bad. So really little kids, you can get into it, teenagers, everybody else. Them two issues, I mean, it'll run you about 20 minutes. It really would. It's nothing too complicated to get you into it. But that's kind of how I got on mine real quick, because I might talk about something. You want to take over real quick, or you want me to finish up on my others?
Let me go real quick.
Right.
Yeah, because I went ahead and too. I got those, but I get my comics from my comic shop online. So the way that works is they send me my comics at the end of the month. So I won't be getting my comics until like around. Well, it's not at the end of the month. I won't be getting my comics till around, I think, around like the 12th or the 14th. But I put that on my pull list, because it piqued my interest. Transformers, isn't it Transformers versus Terminators? Isn't that the name of it?
It's this Transformers Terminators. That's it. Yeah, so I thought I figured, I was thinking it was gonna be a versus series, automatically Autobots versus Decepticons and Terminators, or Autobots and Decepticons versus Terminators, but they switched it. The Terminators, well, as it looks like right now, the Terminators and the Autobots versus the Decepticons. That's how it looks like. But 2 issues in, most likely they're gonna get some betrayals or backstab, something might, something's gonna happen. So we'll see. So I'm gonna definitely keep these next couple episodes, when the issue starts keep coming. I'm gonna give y'all some updates on them.
I ended up reading 2 things. Mice Templar, the Mice Templar. Sorry, I heard about it on a guy from a guy that I watch here on YouTube. He highly recommended it, and I'm really liking it. I read the first volume, and then I read 2 issues from the second volume. I was planning on finishing it today, but like I just been
busy. I know.
Yeah, like in the zone. I've been busy and in the zone with the miniatures. Like I done built today alone. I done built 16. 20, and I'm about to finish 4 more after this, and then I'm about to do the last 4 tomorrow, and then figure out what I'm gonna finish up. I just been knocking them out, man, and I'm kind of proud of myself at the pace that I've been doing it, because I've been knocking them out. But so I didn't get to finish it, the second volume, but I'm really liking it. It's, what is this? It's an image book. Let to highlight myself real quick. It's an image book. There's hardcovers and trade paperbacks. I want to say in total, there's like, there's like 7, because it's funny. It goes like 1, then it goes like 2.1, 2.2, then it goes like to 3, then it goes to like 4, 4.1, 4.2, and then it goes 5. So there's 7 trade paperbacks. They didn't finish. They only did 4 hardcovers, and then the last 3 are trade paperbacks. So I have the whole run. I'm liking it. It's an anthropomorphic. Anthropomorphic story, and I'm digging it. It talks about a prophecy. Obviously, that's the name of the first collection. The Mice Templar is an organization of mice that fight to protect the realm of mice, because mice get killed by all kinds of stuff. Fox eat them, snakes eat them, bats, owls eat them. weasels eat them. So cats eat them. So a lot of animals attack them. So that they show that in the story, all these things, killing mice, and something happens to the Mice Templar where they end up fighting amongst themselves and causing all kind of chaos.
Hey, you lagging? Hold up, boss. You lagging?
It's probably mine because it's raining cats and dogs over here. But the art's a little bit different, that's for sure. It's not the greatest. It's got its own little. Let me find a good page with some good art on it. I like this one.
So that pink and black, is that his like a special ears? Is he like a special type of mice?
Yeah. No, that's just how they decided to draw his ears, the pink and black. Right there, they were getting attacked by these fire ants. Fire ants, man, them jokers bite hard. And imagine. I'm sure they could kill. If a mouse messes around and gets caught up in a fire ant, it's over with, bro. Them ants is gonna eat through that mouse quick. But it's pretty dope. So, rats. Rats are in here as well. Rats are going around taking advantage of the situation with the Templar, the Mice Templar having a civil war. So the story pretty much is, this kid wants to be a Knights Templar, and they say like a prophecy. I don't know exactly what the prophecy is because it hasn't told me right away. It just says there's a prophecy, and a bunch of people are using this kid, and people believe the prophecy. People don't believe the prophecy. People who say they believe in the prophecy and are touting him around, ending up using him and really not believing in the prophecy. So it's so chaotic right now, man, that it's like I don't even know if the prophecy is for real. So the kid doesn't even know if the prophecy is for real. He thinks it's for real, and then but with everybody using them, he's like, man, what the heck is it? Is it real? Like, what does it even mean? Like, what's gonna happen? So, the king is a mouse, but he seems crazy, and he's letting the rats, run rampant and doing his bidding, and it's real chaotic, man. But I really enjoyed it. I read it really quick. This right here collects the first 7 issues, and the author is Brian J.L. Glass, and the artist is Michael Avon Oeming, which only thing I know between the both of them that they've done is Red Sonja. Everything else I never heard of. Oh, Powers. I forgot about Powers. Matter of fact, the art, yup. If you're familiar with the run Powers, that it does look like this art. Red Sonja has been drawn by a lot of people. Rapture, never heard of it. Then Brian J.L. Glass, the author, Magician Apprentice, the comic adaptation, and then Quixote, which I'm guessing is something to do with Don Quixote, but I've never heard of any of those. I would have never heard of this either unless one of the guys I follow, he had like a top 20 independent comic runs of all time, and he had that on there. And this dude is like really knowledgeable, and he's from Louisville, Kentucky, so it's pretty dope. But he had it. I've bought several books that he's recommended, and a lot of times I like more of the times than not I like them. But I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I already started reading the second one, and it actually started talking about the past. So it brought a little bit more perspective of what's going on and I look forward to finishing it and reading it because he said it was epic. The ending was amazing, so I'm really looking forward to that because a lot of times comic runs, they'll start off good and then they'll just end like, where the heck did we go? Like, how did we get here? Like, what were you thinking? But plus, you know, a lot of times the author changes, so
Yeah.
so I'm curious to see. And then the last one, this is quick. I finished the next trade paperback, A Monster. So now we're just waiting for the 5th trade paperback to be collected. Y'all already know how I feel about the art. The art is phenomenal. Some of the best art that I've seen in comics. It reminds me of manga. Monster is a story about a female who isn't a human. In this world, there's demons, there's humans, there's gods. They call them gods, but they die. And hybrids and cats. And I really like the story. You know, the lead role is a woman, and I really like her. You know, I already forgot their names. I can't believe I forgot their names. Kippa's the fox. I know that because I like her. This little girl right here. I like Kippa. She's one of my favorite characters. They kind of went into the past and started talking about Kippa and who she is and how she got enslaved. This right here is when she
froze.
Something happened where the animals started going rabid and killing themselves and trying to kill everybody around them. And here's a little demon type chick. So a dude. But the art is really good. The story is really good. You know, you start to learn. You get to right here in the front covers her father. He has the same marking on his chest like she has, and you get to know more about her past and what happened between the relationship between the mother, the father, and her. And they're talking about a war is coming. So really, man, like, dude, at the end of this book, you're like right at the brink of when the war is about to pop off. A lot of sides are getting ready to fight. Like, you know, there, like I said, there's several sides. You know, you got the right here. You got the so-called gods. These two are like a type of. They call them like Alchem or something like that. They're not humans. They're like a different type of. Some very few of them actually look human, but the majority of them are like animal looking, 4 eyes. They're just weird. And then of course you got the humans, the Federation. You got type of witches. So this war that's about to pop off is about to be crazy because you got all the sides wanting to fight each other. They hate each other. So I'm real curious to see where it's going to go and how it's going to end. I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near ending. Who's the author? Oh yeah, it's like I think it's an Asian chick. Majori Liu and Sana Takata is the artist. They show them in the back. I think she is Asian. Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. The artist is white. I mean, the author is white and the artist is Asian because that's where it gets that anime feel, the manga feel. I mean, or both, I guess. But yeah, I'm liking it. So I read it quick. I read that like in a day, and I, you know, really enjoyed it. But that's what I did. I did that, and then like we was talking about earlier, you know, been working on a lot of these miniatures. I'm trying to get a lot of them done. So once you come down, Michael, I can, you know, help you full time with yours, and yeah. And then I'll get the painting them. But as of right now, I just want to get my army done, you know, to a significant amount of numbers, so that, you know, when you come up, we can get on this battle mat and probably even record a couple games. Why not throw it on YouTube?
kind of customize, get it done. Yeah. So I think that's what I said. A lot of people. I ain't gonna lie to all my friends. Real quick. I need to give my shout outs. I'm trying to say, hey, Michael, and to a couple of the comic gurus. I see they on the chat, but I apologize. I couldn't talk to y'all earlier. Like I said, this is a new setup of me going mobile. But what I'm gonna let y'all know who else who follows me. Definitely the Warhammer 40K. So I've been seeing how people be setting up so many of the little the miniatures and fit in the figures, and it's like it's a nice process because I've seen people when they do sculptures or I like the Gunpla, which is like the Gundam figurines, the robotic figurines, stuff like that. Even with anime figures, people would paint over them, do different design, and it's a process. But watching and talking to Boss Man, he got a whole horde. Dude probably got to be paying over like 60, 80 figurines. I know he got a whole process. So I'm kind of figuring what I got to do because with my team, like I said, with the Towels, they're like the big mechs, the Gundams, the nice cybernetic foot soldiers. I'm probably putting a team of like 20 or something. So I already know that's gonna be a process, but definitely. Yeah, y'all keep a lookout. I might have to start doing more than just the anime, manga, and then the videos. I might have to start doing stuff with Warhammer. So I know once I get my figures on, I'm gonna do a little live stream, try to show it off. But yeah, I ain't gonna assemble nothing until I try to make my trip back home because that's just gonna be a whole process of packing everything, getting it flying. Because I already know I gotta pay extra to pack all my stuff. That's extra luggage. Ain't no way them suckers gonna be sitting on the bags. But
yeah, no, you can't put them in the bags; they'll get crushed. You gonna have to hold them, put them in like a Tupperware or something, and then hold them, with you while you ride the plane. Because they're just plastic, bro. They will straight.
I know that's it. Gotta be top stock. You can have if I remember the rules because I flew out a couple months ago. I know when you get in a plane, you can have like one bag, but you got to put it either underneath your seat or underneath the seat of somebody in front of you. So that's how they do it for the bags. But then you have a carry-on bag. Depending on what size of bag it is.
Yeah, you can do that.
What size bag you can put it up top. Yeah, the carry-on. That's how you do it. So hopefully, with all the figures, I'm gonna try to put it as a carry-on, and then basic stuff like the clothes, everything else. That's just gonna be extra luggage, and they put that at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Or that's what I say. I'll put all my stuff in the suitcase. Put them in the suitcase, and just put it around some I'm just gonna figure. I just gotta figure all the stuff out. There's so much I need to do to figure out when I start planning some trips. Because I know a couple people. I see them on the chat. They've been messaging me. They like, you need to get your butt here. I was like, I'm trying. I really am. But the good old North Carolina, when it comes with restrictions and borders and everything shut down, rioting, going crazy, I was like, God, no. People acting. Man, this is something. But all in all, it's pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. My other book of the Seven Psychopaths, I don't want to bore y'all. Just because I literally forgot about everybody's name. I can give you a quick summary of how they kind of did it. It was sent to work.
Because was it good?
I'm not gonna lie, I did lose interest. It's from Boom Comics. So Boom, it does have like the classic action adventure feel, but it had it kind of reminded me of Watchmen. It was like it had a lot of here, let me show you that. It had a lot of planning and propaganda because it's set in the World War II era, and it's talking about they need to assassinate Adolf Hitler. So that people, across the UK, the UN, mostly just the UK, they're like, how are you going to do this? Nobody can do this. You can't assassinate, the dictator. And they're like, who's crazy? So this, let me see if I can find his name. So Joshua Goldschmidt, yes, it's like German. This dude, he's gonna assemble. He's gonna assemble a team of like the seven most. They're just crazy people, supernatural people who've been tortured, and they're gonna use them to find a plan and a way to assassinate Adolf Hitler. So for one, artwork, I really put it as a decent 5, just because it's not as all detailed. But I just really lost interest of how, I think I just seen too much of like the World War II era, and it's like, how you gonna defeat this enemy? How we're gonna do stuff here and there, and then it's when it comes to like, when they're trying to kill off Adolf Hitler, it's either, he's like a superhuman. They idolize him. There's something wrong with him. They're trying to put a twist on it. And I'm just like, I seen him one, I'm seen them all. And especially when it comes to war comics, I mean, it's not something that I can really grab my interest, but definitely it's a lot of dialogue. So hold on, I'm trying to see if I can get because I don't think they got a full shot, full spread or a 1-page spread. Yeah. I can't show that. So it's definitely not for kids. Definitely not for kids. Yeah, I can show this. They kind of talking. The doctor, the doctor is talking to the team, and I mean it's literally just mostly dialogue. So, Mr. Joshua's arguing with the army and some soldiers of what he got to do in this plan, and literally that's to say you're gonna have action probably towards the end, because it's really just, yeah, I just lost interest. I really lost interest, and that's to say because I started putting all my time into watching videos and infos on Warhammer with the Tau Empire. So I couldn't really get into it. Hey baby. Would get into. So like there's one dude, he's like a psychic ward. Dude got his face all burnt up. So they were trying to figure out if he did it to himself or what happened to him. So they got them all racked up, and they're like, we gotta recruit him. They're like, we gotta recruit the crazy dude to get it. So from all the 7 psychopaths, they kind of leave it on an anticlimactic ending. They really don't. Where's it at? They really don't say who killed Hitler. So that's another thing. See, that's another thing why I couldn't uh get into it. They ended because this is just one book, so they really didn't show who killed Hitler. So I was like, y'all building stuff up, and I was like, yo, I was like, what's gonna happen? But it was like, it's, I guess they're gonna make it a happy ending, but it was very anticlimactic. How they had this these seven crazy people, specialists, military specialists, a crazy person, a doctor, World War vet, a veteran, mad scientist. They got your nooks and crannies and all them to make a good team, but it wasn't. It just, yeah, it couldn't grab me. It couldn't grab me. I know for hopefully, yeah, this week, if definitely not for next week, some series I definitely want to get into, especially for this good time, is going to be the Kill or Be Killed run, because I got 4 volumes of the paperback out. Literally, they're literally on my shelf because how I have my game room, I got my shelf with my next comics to read. So Kill or Be Killed. I read some stuff of the first issues. It's the vigilante, but it's really much more darker and grim from what I've seen and what I've read of. So that's something I'm definitely gonna put in my project. What I want to do, but right now I got so much stuff going on with the comics, and then now I got this code, the codex. This sucker's over 100 something pages, but they also talk about so this thing is your strategy guide. This the codex. Shows you what you can equip to your units, what you can show a better. See, I don't want to get that glare. Let me see. I'm gonna get that glare in. There's nothing but mechs towers. So yeah, what you need for all your figurines, how you paint them, and yeah, man, definitely I'm gonna do some dialogue when I visit. I'm going to write on because people be having sheets of paper to get into the role playing, the language and the dialogue and the phrases. So I know there's some stuff I gotta remember to say. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. And then color schemes. So I definitely like a lot of these color schemes and how they had some of the mechs. Definitely, this one right here on the top right is one I really want to get in to painting it. You know, have nothing but mechs that look like Shockwave from Transformers. Oh, this cat better go crazy from Transformers. That's something that's really going to pique my interest and have it going. Man, this cat. So I got my hobby all set up. So definitely, I'm later on tonight I'll be posting pictures and what I got coming in for my shipment of my figures. But all in all, that's pretty much it. What I recommend the Seven Psychopaths. Since I did cop out on reading on it, you can definitely not for kids. You know, World War II, Hitler, Nazi propaganda. You know, your basic stuff that you're gonna see in the media, language for sure. There is some nudity, but like blood and gore, they didn't have a lot of action scenes. So that's what I said. It was too much planning and prepping, too much planning and prepping. I think the dialogue, I seen it too much and too much similarities of how they do stuff, especially you know, killing Hitler, you're killing Nazis, and I was just like, But you know, I got other stuff that's gonna keep me busy.
Michael, I
And
was
like I
gonna
said,
say, Michael, my bad. I was gonna say, oh, the good thing is with the oh no, with the painting, um, same thing with my army. My army, like I showed you the picture, they're red. The majority of their body's red. Their tongue's purple. Their eyes is yellow. Their carapace is black, and it's gonna have like them little blue zigzags, which I've painted
yo,
them in the past. Am I fading in and out?
you hear?
Yeah, I hear you
No,
perfect.
you said the carapace. I think you said the carapace is black, and I saw
Yeah,
this and you
yeah, carapace
froze.
is black. So my point was, since I got the paint, the spray paint, I can spray paint the stuff. It'll be a whole lot quicker, and especially with them being mostly purple, you just put that base coat of purple, and then you just do the highlights. So the paint, I'm telling you, the paint's gonna be a lot quicker than what you think. Um, with everything, unless you're gonna have multiple different colors. You know, which I think one of my armies, Blood Angels, they're all red. The Tyranids, red. The Custodians, gold. The hardest one for me is going to be the Orcs because they're green. Then they have black.
Green,
They have
black
brown.
and brown.
Yep.
Yeah, the
They have
planes and everything.
tan. They have red. They have silver. They have black. They have copper. It's like they have so many colors. So, you know, those is going to be the hardest ones for me. The Gray Knights, they're mostly gray. The Death Watch, they're mostly black. So for the most part, it depends what you're painting. But like I said, I know for a fact my orcs is going to take me a long time. But it's cool, though, because I ain't worried about that. Right now, I'm doing the Tyranids, and I'm doing the Custodies next. That way, when you come down, you know, we can do some different scenarios.
You doing the custody? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Custodies next.
All right.
You know, because there's not as many of them, but I wanna magnetize their arms, their configurations, because you know, you can get multiple. I got some right here, and let me show you. Because I was gonna work on them now, but I was like, dude, nah. I'm gonna highlight myself. But as you can see right here, you can make them all of them with axe. Sorry, I'm over here. All of them with the axe right here, or you can make all of them with a sword and shield, like this dude right here. And then this guy right here is the shield captain. You can make him obviously you can make him three different ways. You can make him with a sword and a shield, axe, or with this sword and then this little dagger. And then this guy over here is a whole different unit. And you only can make one of him, but he's like he's just the main unit. I forgot what that's called. It's called like a Vexillon or something like that. And he's pretty dope. But I just want to magnetize them, you know, so I can do all the configurations since they're more of an elite army. And they're a lot bigger too, but I ain't worried about it right now. I'll do that after I get enough Tyranids, because I wanted, since I'm gonna have to magnetize one of the Tyranids. I'm gonna do a Swarm Lord, which is gonna be like my main HQ. So I'm magnetizing him because he comes with a couple configurations. But after I do that, then I'll start working on the Custodies to get.
Hey, Chaos Gun, Chaos Gun said air gun for base coat for best results.
Yes, sir. That's what I was talking about. That's what I meant. You know, and that's what I was telling Michael. Like, you can paint it if you want, but I'm letting you know right now, dude, if you paint the base coat, which is the predominant color of what the miniature is gonna be, bro, it's gonna take you if you do it right, it's probably going to take you about an hour and a half because you want to do at least 2 to 3 base coats. And then when you paint, Michael, you have to mix it with water. You can't just take the paint out the pot and just start painting your miniature. You got to take the paint out. You got to put some water in it. You got to and make it where the paint goes on thin. Because if you put a whole lot of paint on the miniature, it's going to look like freaking... Like if you take a whole lot of paint and try to paint your wall with a slab of paint, that's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look weird. It's not gonna look right. It's not gonna look smooth. It's gonna be like a clump of paint, you know. So a lot of people don't know that, you know, when they're first starting to paint, and they'll just start throwing the paint on there. But the good news is when you use the air gun, like he's talking about, the air gun is beautiful at throwing a thin coat on there. So you can literally go with that air gun and do a really quick job and make it look phenomenal. And then, like I say, with the highlights and the details, you know, I'm not that good. So when it comes to the carapace, which is black on my characters, I'm going to have to use the paintbrush. But it's all good because there's not much of it.
Hold on, we got 2 more. Yeah, 3 to... Yeah, so with Chaos Guns, yeah, he's doing it right. Yeah, he's talking to us right now. He said 3 to 1 droplets of water to 3 to 1 ratio water to paint ratio. Oh, he's talking about droplets, 3 to 1 droplets. Okay. Thank you. There you go.
So that's definitely a good tip. But
yeah,
but I'm excited, bro. Like when I was painting them back in the day before I had them stolen, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. The painting part I loved it, dude. Like I loved just sitting there painting, and then the accomplishment. Like right now, I'm feeling great because I done got a whole lot done. And Raven was like, that's so time consuming. And I was like, babe, you only put them together once. Once they're put together, you never do it again. You know, you put them up. The only time you pull them out is when you're gonna play. So, and I just told her, you got to learn to enjoy it. You know, I'll be sitting there and I'll pace myself. And like, after I finish them and put them all together and put them next to each other, I'm like, man, that's a little unit right there. It just looks so dope. So I enjoy it, man. So like I said, and then painting is like so freaking relaxing. Like when I get to paint them, like, dude, I zone out. I'm just sitting there just having fun. And next thing I know, I'm like, dang, I done finished another one. I just finished another one. So
that's why I said I gotta. That's definitely gonna give me more inspiration because you already remember back in the day, I'd be doing all them drawings and stuff, and then shoot, you already know my family full of artists and painters. So I was like, yeah, that's definitely something I could get back into. Oh, there you go, you got it. I got you. Yup. So you know that's what I'm saying. When especially for art. Oh my gosh, yeah, just set the right music and just keep you in the zone. You just gonna be lost. So, man, that's what's up. So, I can't wait. Yes, after we finish up the stream, I'll show you and then a couple other people online what I got coming in.
I'm excited.
With the Tau Empire. Yeah, so real quick, we're about to close it up. Oh, we didn't even hit the 50-minute mark, so I feel pretty good. We're probably gonna hit the 50-minute mark after I finish my outro. Yeah. But yeah. So real quick, that's pretty much it on our end. Really for this episode of Big Books Bros. To be honest, this time just go by. So I'm really I'm glad how stuff we've been building up, especially to all the viewers, friends, and family that be getting on, and even people that message me on social media. It gives me and Danny stuff to kind of get into, what to look out, or stuff that keep our interest, and it's amazing. So you know, we want to just keep up the good work, and this is one of all that we want to do. So. Thank you again for everybody. If you want to contact and try to figure out, you know, what's a good read, or you want to, you can always look me up at Big Book Bros on Instagram and Twitter, Snapchat. It's Big Mike _1003. Really on Snapchat, it'd be I'd be goofing on Snapchat. I don't be doing much work, but you find us up here. Oh, we got another one. I stay coming late. Nah, it's all good, Chaos Gun. You been here for you been on the stream. Chaos Gun been you been with the stream in the episode. Shoot, since like the first. I remember you from like the first three episodes, and when you type it in. So, but that's to say, if y'all still trying to stay in contact, or yeah, if you want to just message and see what's going on. This look us up, Big Book Bros. Like I said, definitely Instagram and Twitter. So, and with that, we're just gonna close it in. 20 episodes, 5 months in. We'll just keep it going for 5 more and see how we do. All right, peace.